Hi everyone, this is Savannah from ProMUA.com. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve Emma Stone's 2012 Golden Globes look. And all of the information is on my blog as far as what I've used and a few tips as well, and I've put it in the link below. So please feel free to check that out, and hope you enjoyed this video. I always use a moisturizer first. So moisturizer or primer. I know that a lot of people love their primers, but my skin is mostly always dry, especially in the winter time. Just a light moisturizer all over the place. And a few places that I do like to put primer on my face is my cheeks and my forehead and my nose. So basically any places where you're gonna see a little bit more pores, a little bit more dry skin, you just kind of want to even it all out. And normally I would let it kind of sit a little bit, but for the sake of saving a bit of time, we'll do it this way and you'll see that it'll all work out fine. I'm going to smooth everything out here with my foundation. Start in the middle and work my way out. And since I don't have Emma Stone's perfect complexion, I'm going to work with some concealer as well. Just use your little matching concealer, whichever one you choose, just to make sure that there's no dark lines or any other red spots, blemishes. While the foundation and your base part is extremely important, it's kind of the most boring part too, so I always try to rush through it, but it is very, very important to make sure that your skin is perfectly even. You're not going to be able to really look at a great eye makeup look or lipstick or blush look if you are only looking at blemishes or distracted by any dark circles and that sort of thing. It just won't show up as well. So learning how to do a really great even skin tone base is really important when you're working with your makeup. Next I'm going to add a powder, and while sometimes I use a powder puff, I'm going to use my big fluffy brush today just to make sure it's getting all even in. Okay, so moving on to the fun color stuff, we're going to be using a really, really light blush. She's got almost like an icy, pearly, softest pink blush on, and just right onto the apples of the cheeks. So just using a little blush brush. I'll add just the lightest bit of color right on the apple of my cheek, and I'm going to blend it all in with my fingertips. Next I'm going to work on my brows. First I'm going to brush out any possible foundation and powder and that sort of thing, and then make sure that I brush them up using just like a dry spool with no product on it. And I'm just going to use a light brown. If you start in the middle and work your way out and then kind of brush into the center, you'll get a really nice even brow. And I'm just using a like a matte shadow. I'm not using a pencil or anything like that today. I just want it to be enough makeup that is just holding on to the hairs that I have and a little bit onto the skin. I don't want it to look like a harsh line. So it's really, really super soft. So then I'm going to take that spool again and just brush them out and make them look even more soft and natural. Take a fluffy brush like that, and it's like a pencil brush but a little bit fluffier than that, and I'm going to take navy tone. Use this one here, and I'm just going to go right along the lash line with this fluffy brush. So it's going to look really dark at first, and then I'm going to kind of take it up along my crease on the outer edge of my eye. So it looks really, really dark right now, but I'll also pull it underneath halfway and do the same on the other eye. So it doesn't have to be perfect right now. You can kind of see that it's a little bit blotchy. I'm using an angle brush. See, it's a little bit more angled. I'm going to take this color. It's a little bit more wine, burgundy colored, and tap it off again and dab it onto the outer edge. Now the way that the shape that Emma Stone's using is a bit of a cat eye, like she's got a bit of a point out to towards the end of the eyebrow, so I am going to drag it out. Usually, just for my own eye shape, I tend to go a little bit more rounded. Cat eyes just look a little bit too dramatic for me, but I'm going to try it out today, and we'll see how it goes. So a little bit on the outside. So right now it looks like I've just kind of painted it on, and it's a little bit abstract art there, but I'm going to blend it out now. So using a small fluffy brush, it's a little bit stiffer than some other brushes because it is shorter, but I'm going to use that one to help to blend out the colors and just soften these looks together. Kind of pull the colors together. Alright, so right now we've got the really dark colors on first, the deep colors, and now I'm going to add a bit of a gray over top, and then our pearly silver white color. So first I'm going to use, where's my fluffy brush? I'm going to use another one of these fluffy pencil brushes, but it's even fluffier than the first one that I used, and I'm going to use this color that I obviously have used a lot of. It's kind of like a taupey gray color, and if you wanted to use something with a little bit more glitter into it, you can do that. I'm going to add this kind of all over to kind of neutralize some of the color and soften out the navy and the maroon a little bit. And so I'm going to be using, it's like a pigment powder, and it's just a really pearly white silvery color. I'm going to take a bit onto my brush and just dab it into the lid to get off the excess, but I'll have it ready to go if I want to add more. So right now I've just got some loose powder on there. I'm going to dab it onto the inside inner corners with a fluffy brush on both eyes, and I'm just kind of pressing it on. I'm not rubbing it in. And I've done the inner corners first, and then I'm going to add a little bit onto the outer edge as well. So there's a little bit less on the outer edge. And I'm going to take another fluffy brush and use that to really blend it all out. Take a pencil brush to do underneath the eye or on the bottom lid, and I'm going to just draw a really clean line straight across under. going to use another clean, fluffy brush and use that pearl color that I've got in my lid here and tap it off. I'm actually going to use that as a highlighter, really lightly dust it onto my cheeks, and that's going to give me that icy look because my blush was more matte. I'm going to pull it underneath the brow really lightly. You don't want to overdo it because then it'll look pretty shimmery, but we just want to give like a nice little bit of icing. I'm hardly even brushing against my face. I'm kind of just going like this, really just fanning it on it. So for my liner, I'm going to use a cream black liner and just a really skinny liner brush. And start from the outside and work my way in. I'm not even taking it right to the inside. I'm just taking it kind of, I'm leaving like a third of my lashes without a liner. And just getting really thin to that point. You can bring it in just a little bit on the bottom, but I don't want to add too much of a harsh line underneath there. Next, I'm going to add my mascara. And because she's not using a false lash, we can really do like a good heavy coat of one. And just to try to emphasize that kind of cat eye shape that she's got. After I get the mascara on, like that, I'm going to keep it wet and pull it a little bit more to the edge. So I'm pulling my lashes towards this side of my face to get that kind of sweepy cat's eye shape. Finally is our lip color, and I'm obviously in love with Rimmel's Airy Fairy, and actually this color is super similar to what she's wearing, so I'm going to use this one. So there you have it, Emma Stone's 2012 Golden Globes look. This is Botticelli. She's a good girl, aren't you?